What's going on, wrestling fans? It is I, Steve Fall, and welcome to 10 Count. On today's edition, I am talking to the future winner of the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's Zoey Stark. How are you doing today?
I'm great, and you're absolutely right. Winner. I will be the winner of Money in the Bank.
It's going to be a great event. O2 Arena, July 1st. I'll be there live to witness the historic moment where you pull down that briefcase and eventually cash in on somebody. We don't know who yet, but this is also your first premium live event since being drafted to Monday Night Raw. Now, you've been in ladder matches before, but this is completely different. This is on a different stage.
Yeah. This one is way more exciting. The whole WWE universe actually gets to see me do exactly what I love to do.
It's going to be outstanding.
And a ladder match, like you said, in NXT. Yeah, I had a couple of them. Sadly, got injured on one. The second one, I didn't get my way, but this third one, third time's the charm. I'm getting exactly what I want.
Well, thank you, Trish, for that as well, because you're on Raw with Trish Stratus, a Hall of Famer, a huge proponent for women's wrestling. Here you are, shoulder to shoulder with her on Monday Night Raw. This has got to feel pretty good as a mentor and a mentoree type of deal. Now, has she shared advice with you backstage that we haven't witnessed on television? Because I imagine she is full of knowledge.
Oh, she has loads and loads of knowledge that she shares with me that I am not going to share with you.
Oh, come on.
No.
It's just me and you.
No. Good try, though. I appreciate that. There's other people listening to this. I can't let my opponents know what's going on.
That's true.
Yeah.
I say Becky Lynch will DM me later with information probably about something.
Yeah, she already said that she wants to try and ruin my life, so why try and give her free ammo? That makes no sense.
True.
Yeah.
Now, the advice being shared, we'll keep that in your back pocket, but being shoulder to shoulder with Trish Stratus, that has got to feel good.
Oh, it's amazing. Look, if you told me the younger Zoey Stark that you're going to be working with Trish Stratus when you get to Raw, I'd say you're crazy, and there's absolutely no way. Right. So I'm truly blessed right now, and I'm enjoying every moment that I get to spend with her and pick her brain.
That's outstanding, because if you go to the history of Trish Stratus, she hasn't really had many people she brings close to her as someone like you, maybe Lita, but then eventually, she attacked Lita's 10,000 times over and over again. So in reality, you might want to watch it back a little bit, just in history, sometimes repeat itself.
Sometimes it does, but I have a pretty good feeling about this one.
Good. Thank you, Trish. Yeah. Thank you, Zoey, for that as well. Though on Raw, you have been thrusted into many different situations already with Becky Lynch, one of the all-stars of the WWE, one of the greatest superstars of all time. Now, again, you're showing up, and usually sometimes when someone from NXT shows up, it's a slow start. You've been thrown into the fire immediately with Trish and Becky Lynch. Now, this, again, how is this feeling to you? Because validation obviously is something everyone wants, but you're in the ring with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus.
It's crazy. Never did I think while in NXT, obviously I wanted to win women's championship there, and things happen for a reason, and you start to feel like you're busting your ass and probably won't ever get what you actually really want. But now that I'm here on Raw, I'm starting to get validated, and it feels so good. Things happen for a reason, and I had to wait patiently, and everything's happening now.
Man, it's got to feel great again. Becky Lynch, Royal Rumble winner, WrestleMania, first time main eventing for the women at WrestleMania. She is filled with history. Unfortunately, she will not win the Money in the Bank briefcase on July 1st at O2 Arena.
Won't, but I hear you bragging about Becky. What about Trish?
Oh, I love Trish Stratus. Listen, Trish Stratus made a lot of us from boys to men. All right, so let's.
That's not what I'm.
Let's throw down brass tacks here. All right.
Not what I'm talking about. More than that.
My bad. Yes, you are right. She is one of those women who was at WrestleMania having amazing matches, storylines with Victoria and Jazz, and of course Lita, Molly Holly. She paved the way. And I know in current days with this Becky Lynch storyline, we see breaking out on TV. Some people might go, "Whoa, Trish, come on, what are you complaining about?" But Trish Stratus is the person who put everything on the map. Before that, you had Sunny, you had Sable, you had Miss Elizabeth, China. There are many people who've paved the way, but Trish Stratus, I feel like, most consistent.
Is one of the top. She's the top.
Yeah, 100%. Don't hurt me.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Just don't forget that. Yeah.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget. Right. I promise. I swear. Don't hurt me. SummerSlam is also taking place at Ford Field August 5th. Now, again, this is going to be a monumental moment, the biggest party of the summer. It seems like WWE going anywhere for premium live events is just selling out and making business and cashing checks. Yeah. Now, SummerSlam, Ford Field, this is one of the biggest events of the year for the WWE. Is there someone on the radar that you have maybe a dream scenario, a fantasy matchup that you could pull this off?
Yeah, there's a couple of them, right? Like, obviously, I would love to wrestle Becky Lynch, but outside of her, I want to go toe-to-toe with Rhea Ripley. That's what I want, you know? So Money in the Bank, she might be my choice.
So that was actually my next question. When you do win Money in the Bank, Rhea Ripley or Asuka seem to be the people you are targeting.
Yeah, for sure. You know, both of those girls are amazing at what they do. So those two are the girls I want to go after. But if I had to really give one, I've been dreaming of a match with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. Rhea Ripley is in a different zone right now. I think Rhea Ripley is absolutely on fire. Anything she touches right now turns to gold. You know, Dom, Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Finn Balor. It's just unbelievable how well she's doing. And she's always done well before, but now she's just in a different gear, I feel like. So taking on her at SummerSlam.
Cylinders right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be a blast. That would be an amazing match. Right now, I'm going to say right there, 5 stars.
Yeah, let's 6 stars, 7, 8,
6
9.
Stars, 10 stars?
10? Is it even possible?
Stars.
I think it's possible. We'll go with 13. You know, those are made up anyways. So we'll just say it's going to be a great match of the year candidate right there. And then, you know, I don't think it's ever happened actually. When you do win Money in the Bank at the O2 Arena July 1st on Peacock, is there a possibility you could cash in on Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler and win the women's tag team championships with Trish Stratus? I don't think this has ever happened before. So let's make some history.
Yeah, for sure. That could definitely happen. I'll have to talk to Trish with that one, see what she's thinking.
She
come up with a game plan.
I don't think she wouldn't. I don't think she'll be in arguments of, hey, a title around my waist. I think that sounds pretty good.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And you are a former women's tag team champion in NXT. So coming up and teaming up with Trish, taking on Ronda and Shayna, like there's possibilities there for a match, even if now let's just say something. If something terrible happens, like lightning strikes you in the middle of the match and you can't win the Money in the Bank briefcase and someone else does, you and Trish taking on Ronda and Shayna, is this a possibility for tag team championships? No! Zoey, why do you think I want some bad things to happen to you and Trish? Never.
Look, that's never going to happen. I'm going to win the Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Right? And who knows? Maybe it's the WWE Women's title, Raw Women's title, and the tag titles.
Oh my.
I'm here to take over. That's what Trish is teaching me what to do right now.
Wow. History in the making. You're going to pull off all the stops. I love it so much. I can't wait to see it. Now let's talk about more history. I was in Puerto Rico for Backlash, and I want to tell you something right now. That audience lifted that arena off the ground of how
they were insane.
Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, again, match of the year candidate right there. And is there a celebrity that you would like to compete against in a wrestling ring? Because Bad Bunny, Logan Paul, it seems like everybody wants a piece of the pie, but the women I want to see you get involved as well.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good question. Let's see here. You know, Michelle Rodriguez seems like a badass who could handle this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. Let's do
throw
it.
Her into the mix.
For the family. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, for the family.
For the family. For the family. For the family. I love those movies. John Cena's in them. The Rock. You know, it's WWE family.
Yeah, right.
They're doing great. So that's coming up as well. It seems like wrestling in movies is doing, Rock, Batista, Cena. At one point, I think they were all number 1, 2, and 3 in the box office. So that's impressive that that WWE is transitioning so many superstars to Hollywood. Roman Reigns has been in films. I know Seth Rollins might be in one as well. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
WWE is taking over Hollywood.
I know. Is there a Hollywood film that or a franchise you'd want to be in?
I mean, I think I would love to be like Wonder Woman or some type of badass female superhero, so something like that.
Yeah. Just beat the crap out of Spider-Man.
That'd be cool.
I'm there for
I'm
that.
down. Let's do it. Honestly, I'm down to beat the crap out of anyone. So let's do it.
All right. So you could be a Terminator.
All-time favorites. I could, yes. If they do another Terminator movie, I'm there.
I love it. Arnold. I remember Arnold like back slapping Triple H on an episode of SmackDown like 23 years ago, and it wasn't a punch. He back slapped him like, and Triple H went flying. It was intense. Yeah. It was wonderful though. Yeah. It was a great childhood memory. That he was there to promote the movie End of Days, where he fights the devil. So there's a little knowledge for you all if you're interested in that knowledge. Yeah. No one's interested in that knowledge though, but it's okay.
Sorry. Still a fun piece.
Of course. Yeah. Though I've talked to many WWE women's wrestlers, and all of them, when I ask this question, they all say, yes, we should do this. The all women's pay-per-view Evolution, premium live event, that is. This is something I think everyone wants again. Could we see this ever happen?
Yeah, why wouldn't we? I feel like all of us girls are really doing a great job performing and showing that we can really hang with the men and do exactly what we are here to do. You know, some of us might even be better than some of the men.
I agree.
Right. So we could definitely put on a all women's pay-per-view.
I think everyone's been like drooling and waiting for this moment because of how good the first one was. And it just brought everyone together. And it brought like this, like, okay, it's no longer the bathroom break match. Like that's out the door. It's never coming back ever again. And thankfully for that, because I brought my children to WWE recently on the weekend, and I have a 6-year-old girl, a 3-year-old boy, and I have a baby who's also a girl. But like my 6-year-old is there and is asking me like, the women coming out? Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. It's like she needs to see it's not just dudes beating each other up, which I absolutely again love, but at the same time, little children,
women can do it too.
Want to get into it too,
Little girls are still looking up to us, and we're showing them that you could do whatever you want to do as long as you put your mind to it.
Yes.
And I truly, firmly believe that.
I do as well. My daughter had a great time. My family had a great time. And I think anytime you go to a WWE live event, a Raw, SmackDown, premium live event, always good times, always entertainment. So it's been a blast going to those for so many years. But we're talking about women's wrestling. Factions, stables, you have Bloodline, Imperium, Brawling Brutes. You go through the list, but there really are no women factions. We've had a few stops and starts over the years, but this is something maybe you and Trish can start recruiting a few more people.
We can start doing it. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I'm sure Trish would be pretty happy about that. Getting more women on her side. Yeah. More thank you, Trish. He'll be very happy.
We could call the group "Thank You, Trish."
We could
just do that. I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary. Am I on your good side again? Are we good? No.
You're doing a pretty good job so far.
Okay. Let's keep going with positive women reinforcement then. Secondary women's championship matches. That we have women's tag team championships. We have obviously the Raw and SmackDown. We'll call them like the heavyweight championships, the world titles for the women. Secondary, like an IC or a US championship for women. Is that something that possibly like could be added, needs to be added, because there's so many women, and not as the tag team division is good, but it's never we don't have 8 teams, we have like 2 or 4.
Yeah, and see that's the hard part, right? It's like we don't have a lot of women tag teams to really it's so hard to say. Like I would love nothing more to add in like an IC women's championship. Like I think that would be fun to get that involved with it, and then more opportunities for the women to be put on TV, and I think it would do a lot of good for us.
Yeah, agreed. I think
it would be nice to see more women tags.
Yeah, I would like to see that too. I know Ronda and Shayna. Ronda recently has gone on interviews saying that this needs to happen. Shayna the same thing. So maybe we'll see it down the line when you and Trish beat Ronda and Shayna for the women's tag team championships after you cash in on Rhea Ripley, defeating her at SummerSlam, and then going on to main event WrestleMania.
Exactly. Yeah.
One final question. That's what's going to happen, right?
Keep going. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You win the Royal Rumble, and then you fight yourself at WrestleMania in the main event. So it's Zoey versus Zoey, and you actually make yourself tap out while pinning yourself in a German suplex. It's going to be a great match.
That's great. Yeah.
That's night 1 and night 2.
Like
so I just want to say.
Okay, perfect. Main event both nights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is crying somewhere while you're doing that, so he's used to it. One final question, though, before we wrap this up. I watched an interview with you recently where you said that when you were growing up or recently were getting into wrestling, John Cena was your first crush. And, you know, I kind of alluded to Trish being mine in a weird way, but with John Cena, this is interesting. You said this out loud. It's on the YouTube channel if you want to check it out.
It is.
Has John Cena ever reached out to you or talked to you and said like, hey, I saw that? What's going on?
No, he has not. And if he just got that. No. I am married. I'm happily married.
No, of course. We all had a crush when we weren't married. I'm married. Going almost 10 years, honey. Almost 10 years. Okay. Trish means nothing.
All right. Really? I think there's a little bit of something there.
No. Answer your question. Answer the question so I don't get in trouble.
No, he's never reached out to me. Luckily, there was a point when NXT brought him in to do like a little meeting with some of us NXT superstars, and that was very cool. He gave us a lot of tips and a lot of information, and he was a really cool guy.
Awesome to hear. Yeah, he seems like an awesome man. The man has broken records with Make-A-Wish, and I think that is what it's all about, putting smiles on faces, and the WWE seems to do that everywhere they go, no matter where they go. But they're going, again, London, O2 Arena, July 1st, when you're going to win. Money in the Bank on Peacock, folks. And, of course, SummerSlam Ford Field, August 5th, where you are going to show up as SmackDown or Raw Women's Champion. All in all, it's been a pleasure talking to you today. The future, again, reigning champions, main eventing WrestleMania, winning the Royal Rumble. You're going to do so much in the future, but right now we have to go. Our time is up. Focus on the now. Thank you, Trish, for bringing you where we are today. And thank you, Zoey, for being here on 10 Count. I've been Steve Fall. She's always stuck. Have a great day, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.